Good morning. It's day 104, I believe, and we had a rainstorm last night, and it's supposed to rain today and tomorrow, I think, and then we have 2 days off, and then we have a week of rain coming. So my bathtub wasn't completely up, so I did get a little bit of water in my tent, but it wasn't too bad. My quilt got a little bit wet, and it's definitely overcast right now. It says that we're going to have rain today, possibly thunderstorms and flooding waters and maybe a little bit of hail, but hopefully we will dodge that and get to the church hostel before another storm comes in, because it's supposed to rain at 8 and then it's supposed to rain again at 5. So hopefully we can get to the hostel by 5 and avoid that. So other than that, we're looking forward to almost a 17-mile day and hopefully not a lot of bouldering. So my stuff is packed up and we're getting ready to hit the trail. So I'm back in shorts again today, and hopefully it'll help me stay cool. I didn't want to wear pants if it was going to be storming and having torrential rains and make my pants super heavy. So we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed. See you on the trail. Well, that's where my tent was. So only it got wet on the inside just because the bathtub wasn't good. Season 1 was over there. She looks like her spot was dry. And then Phoenix, not so much. She said she had puddles underneath her tent. So I think it's just where your tent is. It was like a low section, but we'll go heading out that way and taking a left. Just got off trail, took a little slight detour to get to the Gateway Motel, where we're going to be able to get some water, and then we'll have to do a little road walking to get back on the trail. And that probably took us about 40 minutes from our campsite.
Lucas.
This is Nick and Lucas, and Nick has been helping out the hikers here. He fed them breakfast this morning and just looking out for them, so we just wanted to say a big thank you.
Of course.
Just started our climb out of Wind Gap, and the sign is here for us. Thank you, Patana Hiking Club. Finally got a chance to pull out my phone. You can still see there's rocks on the ground, but the section we just finished, every step was on rock. It was like playing Mindscape or whatever that game is, where you gotta try to avoid certain blocks, otherwise it'll blow up. And but it's very misty out, and this is just a beautiful section, and I wanted to share it. I also want to do a huge shout out again to my brother Ken and his wife Suzanne. He sent me more trail magic, more virtual trail magic. It was so sweet. I tell you, I am so excited that they are following my journey. You just don't ever know who's interested in what you're doing out here. And his daughter Brandy told me that he watches every day. That just makes my heart happy. So thank you, Kenny and Suzanne. I love you guys so much. And we are getting into town today, and we'll be able to get some town food. So we're pretty excited about that. We're staying at a Presbyterian church hostel, and a lot of other people, a lot of the hikers are going to stay there as well. So I'm going to redo something that I did earlier because there was so much road traffic that you guys couldn't really hear it. But the guy that I just interviewed, Nick, is doing some upgrades and improvements to the Gateway Motel, and he is very hiker friendly. He made breakfast for the hikers that tented in their front lawn, which they allow you to do. The hotel itself, or motel, has got some really bad reviews, and so people won't stay in the rooms. But I think that once Nick does his magic, I think it'll be much more appealing. And I think you just, the people that are looking forward to getting out here and doing a through hike or a section hike of this area in northern Pennsylvania, I think you should keep an eye on the reviews, and hopefully they're going to improve. But Nick is very pro hiker, and so I think he's going to do what he can to make it as hiker friendly as possible and make it someplace that you're going to want to go. We opted out of that last night just because of the road noise, but had the hotel had better reviews, or motel, we may have stayed at the motel. So it's just something to think about. And I want to thank Nick for doing what he can to help the hikers and for giving those guys breakfast this morning. I think that was pretty generous of you, and I know everybody really appreciated that. So shout out to you, Nick. Give you a little idea of what we're going through right now. Look at this spider web. We are taking this Blue Blaze. I thought I'd already turned this on and explained this, but I'm gonna do it again. So Wolf Cliffs is a bouldering cliff, and we talked to some hikers, and they said that it was pretty slippery when it's wet like this, and suggested maybe taking this Blue Blaze. So that's what we're doing. It is the same distance. It's just not over the cliff. And a few of us has already slipped on some of these rocks that we're walking over on this regular path. So don't feel comfortable going over that, and we were all in agreement this is a route that we wanted to take. So, not being complete purist, we are completely okay with this. Our main goal is getting our bodies to Katahdin and out of Pennsylvania, which is our first goal, which will be tomorrow. I'm going through this lush fern forest, and it's just beautiful. This has been the best trail we've been on all day, and it's the Blue Blaze. So I want to thank those hikers that gave us that advice. I think they're locals. They seem pretty knowledgeable, but you can hear the birds. Look at that. We have 1.5 till we get to the parking lot. Don't know if there'll be a water cache there or trail magic, but we're hoping for something, because almost the entire trip today, once we left the motel, is without water until right before we get to Delaware Water Gap. And then there's a creek that we can fill up in. So if we're lucky, there'll be something for us at the road. And if not, we'll just make it work, because that's what you do. Ooh, another bug just flew in my eye. They're liking me today. This is where we meet back up with the Appalachian Trail, bypassing those cliffs. So I'm probably back to all the rocks. So this is a sign we see as we exit this section. Well, this is what the trail looks like after lunch. We stopped at Fox Gap for lunch. We saw Zeke there, and he is slack packing. And earlier he passed us, and I'd given him a couple metatarsal pads for his shoes, and he said it was a game changer for him, so I was so glad to hear that. And then he validated our choice to do the Blue Blaze, because he said He had to butt scoot a lot of it, and the rocks were really slippery. And he had a day pack on that he said if he was wearing his regular pack, he'd be still over there boot scooting. He said it was wet and slippery. And if he had a way to reach us, he would have told us the Blue Blaze was the way to go. So that makes me feel good. He validated that decision for us. And then I had my salami and cheese on a tortilla. Same lunch and dinner I had yesterday. Figured once I opened it, I gotta keep on eating it until it's gone. But tonight, like I said, is town food. We have a little bit under 7 miles to go. And the trail is still rocky, but not even close to what it was before lunch, before we took the Blue Blaze. Once we hit the Blue Blaze, everything calmed down. All right, we got a little climbing to do. Hopefully it's not too slippery. There we go. Oh, that was a little slippery. That was a little slippery too. There we go. All right, made it to the top. Now we have more rocks. You gotta love Pennsylvania. We're coming up with slogans or sayings or songs that we might sing as we're saying goodbye to good old PA. We are on our final descent. We'll stop for water. Ooh, I love going through these. So a lot of these in North Carolina and Tennessee. This is kind of cool. We're going through this little trail, heading down to the creek. Sometimes it kind of feels like you're going down the secret passageway. We have made it to the water. Eureka! Where's the water coming down from? I hear it. Oh, I see it right there. You're heading into Delaware Water Gap. We've made it off the trail. Well, we're still officially on the trail, but we're going into town. Got to figure out where that Presbyterian church is. This is where we are headed for tonight. Okay, so this is where we're camped out at for the night. Phoenix is there, I'm there, and then season 1's going to be around the corner. But all the bunks are taken, and so we're going to be out here. And then there is a porch back there that's got outlets to charge your phones. They said you could wash your clothes by hand and hang them up on a line, but it is so humid out that I don't think it would do us any good. So we're gonna look to see what our next resupply is. I'll show you guys these beautiful flowers here. I think they're mixed in with a couple weeds, but I love those cone flowers. We are whipped as far as heat goes. We've got a heat advisory. It just came down. We just had some rain as we were setting up, but it didn't last very long. And so we're supposed to have a storm tonight. And so hopefully we'll stay dry with that. We're going to try to look at possible stops, maybe do a Nero someplace in the next town in Jersey, be able to wash our clothes, because right now you can only wash your clothes in these buckets they have out here. And it's so humid out that I don't think anything's gonna dry. I'll turn this around and show you what I'm talking about. So the white and yellow bucket, that's what you can wash your clothes in. And then hang it out here to dry. But I don't think it's gonna work. We're crossing the street, Phoenix. I'm checking to see if there's keys in there. Hot wire it and drive up the street. Yeah, we need a ride. But we're heading back to the church. We got a little bit of a resupply at the gas station. The prices were ridiculous, but there wasn't really any other place to go. So our goal is to hike for 2 days and then go to another hostel. That's where we ate. I had burger and fries. I had a burger and fries. And now we're walking uphill again, doggone it. But it's a beautiful day. Hey! We got some more hikers over there.
The other side of the road.
And we stopped at a bakery and I got a granola bar and a brownie that are gonna be for my breakfast. Because I don't really know what I have in my food bag, but I have to have enough food to keep me going for 2 days. So I think I do. I think I do. We'll see. But we're gonna be sleeping in our tents. I think I'm probably gonna have both my vestibules open until it starts raining because it is so hot outside. And I think we have a heat advisory again tomorrow. So our goal is to hike between 15 and 17 tomorrow, and then hike the same the next day. Somewhere around, it's got to equal like 33 miles, we think, to get to the hostel. But they provide a shuttle, and so we're going to do that, and then they'll also take us to get a resupply, so then we can get a real resupply and not just a hodgepodge of stuff. They wanted almost $4 for one protein bar, so I was like, I'll just get a box of Pop-Tarts to hold me over. $5 or $6 for a box of Pop-Tarts. So needless to say, I did not get them. I don't know that I have any breakfast except for the granola bar and the brownie. Those are gonna be my breakfasts. So I'll just have to stay super hydrated, and hopefully that'll be good enough. I totally forgot to close out last night, and then it was too dark. But I did include those pictures. We had a thunder and lightning storm last night, and so it was kind of a fun day once we got here. We still got to figure out what we're doing as far as where we're going to stop, because we either got to go 42 miles in 2 days or 51 miles in 3 days. So we'll talk about that more later on today. This is going to close out yesterday's video, so I hope you guys had a great day. Sorry this is the next morning, but you're getting it at the right day. So I hope you had a great day, and I will see you on the trail. Bye. Peace out.